welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. The pretty lady next to me has some interesting information that I wanted to share with you guys. You guys have known me a long time, and you know how I feel about certain things I talk about, and how in my life I don't really take pills if I don't have to, and I'm really picky about what goes into my body. Sad part is, I'm picky about what goes into my body, but there are things that I don't put in my body, like vegetables, that I should. Okay, with me is Amanda Jones. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
And you are president or founder of the Tea Room.
I am.
Okay, what is the Tea Room?
So the Tea Room is a space in Jensen Beach. We sell herbal teas, fresh juice, smoothies. We have a bit of food as well. We're really concentrating on clean eating.
Oh,
yeah.
Scary. For
Listen,
me.
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I mean, I like the junk too, but we could do junk healthy as well.
You know, I get it, and I was talking to you that I had the strokes.
Right.
And a good friend of mine said, all right, you need to do smoothies, and if you don't like things, then you get yourself a Ninja or one of those, which I did.
You did?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
And he said one of the best things you can do is watermelon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing that I just learned actually was that water is H2O, but in fruits and vegetables it's H3O2, so it actually has more hydrogen, more oxygen. Your body receives it better. We're putting chemicals in everything.
Right.
Right.
And I get that. You know, if you eat an apple, and if you buy an organic apple, and you take it home and you wash it and then you eat it, it's poison anyway because the water's poison.
Because they're using forever chemicals. They're spraying pesticides and herbicides on every single thing that we're consuming. So
my question to you, because this is the most important question, is so you make smoothies.
I do.
Do you make any with chocolate flavor?
Yes.
Okay.
Fudge.
Then it's what I think.
The fudge is not healthy, but it tastes good.
I mean, I have a chocolate company, so I have
you
another
do?
yeah. So
Very cool.
We do 90% dark chocolate.
Okay, right.
Because
Cacao.
Right.
There's something to be said about cacao, and I will tell you. When you ingest anything, your body kind of separates about 30% out. And so cacao actually allows you to receive more of the nutrition. It kind of eliminates that fact. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
very healthy for you.
How long have you been around the industry?
About 15 years. Yeah.
Okay, why?
So I was an epileptic for about 10 years. Well, about 9. I started when I was 14 having seizures. I was a very heavily medicated child, super ADHD, high doses of Ritalin. And so I became an epileptic. They didn't know why. It's usually just genetics or a head injury. I have theories that I won't say out loud, but you know, these chemicals that we're ingesting constantly, I think really do have an effect on the computer that's running the body, which is your brain. And so I had a ton of grand mal seizures. I've broken almost every bone on the left side of my face. I've shattered my jaw, my neck. I didn't have any warning. I would just kind of fall down and flop on the floor like a fish. So, and so...
Well, you can laugh about it now because you kind of got it under control.
That's it. And so I felt really like I had no option. My neurologist, although she was a great doctor, they're taught only to give pharmaceutical drugs. And so I said, I want to try, she wanted to do brain surgery, which I was apprehensive about because the seizures were progressing and we couldn't get them under control. And so I said, I want to go holistic. I want to try something holistic. And she said, no, absolutely not, because of her liability, right? And so I did a thing that I don't recommend anyone doing, and I left her office. I stopped all my meds cold turkey, and I was on quite a few. And so I had a seizure immediately the next day, but what I did was I went keto. I think before it was called keto, so a high-fat diet. Back then, I didn't know what fat meant. I was just eating a lot of, like, prime rib.
I get it. I get it.
I didn't realize you could get fats from vegetables, you know.
Oh, you get protein from stuff other than beef.
Meat. Yes. Yep. And as much as I like a good steak, you know, the cows are being fed things that is not natural for them to eat, like corn and scraps from the M&M factory, which I find very strange. But so they'll get kind of these sores in their esophagus. So they're feeding them antibiotics, they're feeding them growth hormone, they're doing all this extra stuff. And so I believe, in my own opinion, that if we're eating sick animals that are unhappy and not doing what they're supposed to do naturally, it's going to have an effect on our health as well. So long story short, I went holistic. I started using herbs, and I have never had another seizure, and it's been 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that really lit a fire in me. And I had already begun to really research the side effects of the medications that I was on. But once I saw that, and also I would like to say, when I went keto, I eliminated everything man-made. So no soda, nothing out of a box or a can. I went completely as natural as I could at the time, to the best of my knowledge. And I think that was really important, especially with an ADHD brain. Preservatives are really bad. You know, these chemicals are not good for us.
You know, for me, I'm a northerner. So
You are?
meat and potatoes.
Yes.
That was my life.
Same.
I have not had a soda in years.
Good for you.
The only soda I will have, if I'm nauseous, is a ginger ale.
Love ginger ale.
Or I would never drink a dark soda ever again. And I love black cherry, Dr. Brown's black cherry.
I like Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
That's
So,
my guilty pleasure.
I gave up that. I gave up, and you being around this, I think you can appreciate, I gave up, so I only have red meat usually once a week.
Okay.
I eat a ton of chicken.
Uh-huh.
I love chicken. I'm not a big seafood eater in the fact of fishes. I'll eat lobster.
Okay.
I'll eat shrimp. Okay. I'll eat clams. But I'm not, and I'll eat tuna from a can.
Those are all the guys that are cleaning the sea. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
right. So, but I won't eat, it's interesting because I won't eat, like, I gave up bologna and salami.
Yes.
Not that I ate a lot of it. The thing I miss more than anything, you hit it right there. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs are my favorite.
Right, okay.
Gas station hot dogs that have been there for a couple hours. Actually.
Okay, well, we talk about it from up north. We talk about the muddy water dogs, the ones that come off the cart on the ship. I miss that probably the most. But I know that if I eat hot dogs, my lifespan is
Honestly,
cut.
it's the nitrites. It's the, I mean, it's essentially like the scrapings off the floor, you know.
Right.
It's a bunch of stuff in there that once you find out what's in there,
I don't want to
ruins
know.
it.
Right, you don't want to know. All right,
Right.
so in the tea room,
Yes.
you have smoothies.
I have smoothies.
How many different kinds of smoothies do you have?
Oh, about 5.
Okay.
But I can make, I can make whatever. I'm pretty easygoing, so I have a menu. But I'm also kind of a free bird. So if somebody wants something,
Do you have food products over and above that?
yes,
What do you have?
I do black bean burgers. I do some chicken salad.
So black bean burgers being basically an impossible burger. No meat?
It's not an Impossible Burger because the Impossible Burger uses soy, and
Okay.
Monsanto owns all of the soybeans.
Okay.
I'm not really into that.
So this is what you guys are getting to learn now. Okay. So I will never be a vegan, just so you know.
Me neither.
And I can't be a vegetarian. But I had a company on that was vegetarian, and they made a burger on the air.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so I had this burger made with chickpeas and other stuff.
Uh-huh.
No meat, and a sliced tomato, a slice of lettuce, some onion, a slice of onion, on a bun.
How was it?
And you really couldn't tell the difference.
That's the thing.
It's
the spices that we really like with a lot
Right.
of these foods.
right.
And I love flavor.
The bun is the delivery method.
Yes.
Okay, but you're right. It's everything else that makes up the total flavor that you're used to.
Right.
I can't find that in something to replace a hot dog, but that's a whole nother.
I know, me neither. Listen, let me tell you, I could live off beef jerky and hot
Really?
dogs. Yes,
now beef jerky.
I love.
Pizza for me.
Pizza's good.
Pasta.
Pizza. I don't do pasta really.
Okay.
It doesn't. But anyway, so that's what I've been trying to do is because I have eliminated so many things out of my diet, and I do some like fasting as well. Fasting is really good if you want to heal your body. It kind of enacts some healing
Right.
within the cells. So I started.
Okay, fasting.
Yes.
How long do you fast for?
So it depends. There's a million people hear fast and they think, oh, you can't eat. But that's not true at all. Like a lot of times I'll just fast from meat. A lot of times I'll fast from sugars. You know, I have kind of a fast food addiction. Not anymore, but
I haven't had fast food in forever.
me neither. But I do crave it, you know.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, what's interesting is that because of my lifestyle, I'd be hungry, but I'm running between appointments.
That's the
And-
main reason that I was eating so much fast food. So
Right.
once I eliminated all those things and then started reintroducing foods, I realized how it made my body feel. And I thought, that is strange, and especially fast food. I mean, my stomach would get distended and it would hurt, and you know, your gut is very important. Your gut and your brain are so connected that when your gut microbiome is off, you know, it's going to affect everything in your body. And the way that we are eating tons of acidic foods with the sodas and the processed
But aren't we
foods.
addicted to
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely an addiction. People can be addicted to anything. They can be addicted to gambling. They can be addicted to things that they're not even ingesting. And we, as humans, are such routine-based. You know, once you get into a routine, it's hard to break out of that.
Oh,
And sometimes you think, I really like this, but only because that's what you've been doing the whole time and you haven't really tried anything else. I see this a lot, especially with people in plant-based foods. But honestly, I mean, I don't know why we're consuming as much meat as we do. I love meat. I do. But I do know how it affects me and the way that I feel now because I've eliminated things for so long, you know?
I get it. you
Yeah.
know. I like eggs, and I like egg salad.
Same.
Okay, so I'll make hard-boiled eggs. I'll make egg salad, and as soon as I'm done and the eggs are done, and I'll mix them up with mayo and put them on bread, and then I will eat it.
You broke your own rule.
Yeah, I didn't even know, and I'll eat it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I will cramp up all night.
Huh.
Now, if I let it stay till it cools, I won't cramp up at all.
Really?
Only warm. I think it's the mix of the warm egg and the mayo that affects my stomach.
Interesting.
Now, I lived off of donuts. Okay, so every morning I'd have some chocolate donuts. Haven't had that in forever. It's very hard to change.
Yes.
Oh.
And not to mention the convenience factor, right? Like,
Right.
if you're in a rush, which I think all of us are, we are all so busy. Most of us, right? And so there is like, why don't we have drive-through places where you could just get like fresh vegetables or fresh fruits or...
I don't eat many vegetables. That's part of my problem.
Uh-huh.
I don't eat many fruits. Those are things I'm learning to eat.
Right.
My breakfast today, I blame Edgar. Okay, over the weekend, I guess, because we have a thing of mints. Well, he bought bags of chocolate.
Oh.
And I go into the kitchen today, and I said, oh, look, my breakfast. And, you know, it's the little chocolates, the little pieces.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I could eat that whole bag. I already had 3. And I'm like, "Ugh." And I came out to Edgar, and I said, are you trying to kill me? Okay. But, you know, it's hard because once you have one, you have to have another and another.
And that's the sugar. Sugar is the most addictive thing on the planet. And it is in everything.
Yes.
They put it in everything. And the way that they refine sugar, too, is bleaching. I don't know why we have to bleach everything, also. I don't know why everything has to be white. That seems like an extra step. That's
Right.
unnecessary, you know? And so, you know, that's the main thing. If you go into a gas station, you want to get something to eat, it's all processed. It's all canned. It's all, which makes sense for shipping and all these kinds of things. But we've gotten away from, you know, supporting our local farmers, and we've really gotten into this big agriculture society where it's kind of unnecessary. Like, if we were to just, a lot of us are growing our own food. It's very simple. It's not hard. Having our own chickens,
Okay.
you know?
anything I plant dies, so that's not gonna that's not gonna really work. But I get that. But my property is not big enough to have chickens. But I notice the difference between fresh eggs and eggs you get from the store.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But sometimes you're in a rush and you pick up
All the
what you
time.
shouldn't.
Right.
Okay? So I come into the tea room
Mhm.
and I say, I want a black bean burger.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
10 minutes.
Okay. And that becomes part of the problem. And as a race, we're sold a bill of goods because of TV and media.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the main thing.
Right.
And we've been conditioned to say, well, if you want to eat healthy, you should eat 3 times a day, and it should be sausage and eggs and steak and burgers, right?
Right.
Because that's what we're seeing on TV.
Right. We're sold a bill of goods in everything, not just foods. In
Oh, right.
Everything.
Right.
And they finally buckled down on cigarettes. Okay. The
Little too late, I think.
the cool Marlboro man is not allowed to be on TV anymore.
Right.
But like addiction, we exchange one for another.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And the big thing is there's really no accountability for the people who have been poisoning us all this time.
No.
You
And
know?
it's an interesting thing that you bring that up because when they write laws, they write them so long that people don't get to read them all.
Right.
And in there is stuff that shouldn't be in there that we are not careful about.
Right.
So it's very, very, very difficult for people to know, and that is why you come to the tea room,
Yes.
okay, to get a little bit of the healthy stuff that you need in your body. I was taught that you don't have to give up French fries. You just have to,
Balance.
right, moderation.
And not to mention, there's something really to be said. I focus a lot on detoxing. So, you can hold stuff in your lymph, in your liver, in your kidneys. And if you're not actively moving that out by fasting, by taking herbs like dandelion, burdock root, and all these things, they're just weeds. They're just weeds. I just throw them in there with the tea. The tea tastes good. And it helps eliminate some of these toxins that are in your system.
I mean, there's so much to this.
Right.
And we're getting to the top of time. How do people find you? Where is the people located?
I'm in Jensen Beach. My phone number is 772-244-6336.
You have a website?
I have a website. It's thetearoomjensen.com. I'm also on social media, The Tea Room Jensen. I'm on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram.
Go figure.
Yeah. All of them. All of them. You got to get out there. I'm just east of Savannah on Sunview Terrace, which is just right off of Jensen Beach Boulevard.
What's the biggest seller in your place?
The brain tea is pretty good. It's got St. John's wort and ashwagandha. St. John's wort helps us produce dopamine and serotonin, which is your happy juices. So I think we could all use a little more of that. The ashwagandha is great for reducing cortisol levels. I think all of us are stressed. And yeah, I don't sleep well. And so the ashwagandha doesn't make you sleepy, but when you do sleep, you get a good REM sleep, which is what we need for healing. Yeah.
In food, what do you sell the most?
Chicken salad.
Okay.
Hands down.
What's in chicken? What's in your chicken salad besides chicken that wasn't antibiotic?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What else?
And
mayo.
It's vegan mayo.
Okay.
You'll never know the difference.
So you say.
You don't eat all that fat. You don't.
Well,
I
we'll
promise
see.
you, because I like the junk. I do.
We'll see. I'll come by and taste it.
Yeah, chicken salad sells the most. I have a detox salad. It's got some kale and some stuff to help you.
All the stuff I don't eat. Okay.
Maybe you will, though. Maybe you will. I try to make it taste good because I'm not like a healthy eater.
Right.
I mean, I am now, right? But a lot of these health foods, I don't think taste very good. They don't have a lot of seasoning, so I do try to make them taste good. Yeah.
Anna, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.
Everybody will be right back.